You don't need to burn gems every time Raid drops a new event. In fact, if you're constantly spending gems just to finish tournaments, dungeon divers, champion training, or artifact events, you're probably playing these events the expensive way. So today, I'm going to show you how to crush raid events without spending a dime, how to stack your rewards smarter, and how to stop wasting resources, chasing points you could have earned naturally. Because the goal is simple. More rewards, less panic, zero gem waste. Let's get into it. The biggest mistake most early and mid-game players make is treating every event like it has to be finished. It doesn't. Not every event is worth your energy. Not every tournament is worth your resources. And definitely not every reward is worth your gems. That is a very precious commodity. A lot of players see an event pop up and immediately think, I need to complete this. No, you don't. What you need to do is you ask yourself, what reward am I actually going to be chasing? If the top reward is something like a legendary book, an epic book, a shard, a soul stone, or a fusion piece, maybe it's worth pushing. But if you're spending 800 gems just to get a few brews, some silver, maybe a rare skill tome, that's not value, that's bait. Before you ever touch energy, silver, shards, or even your gems, look at the event calendar. This is how the smart players stay ahead. You want to know exactly what's coming before you even start spending your resources. Here's a good place to start. Fire Night Tournament. There's no Dungeon Divers event going on right now, so I can't double dip. My points aren't going to two places at the same time. But to get this fragment for this fusion, it's going to be worth me spending the energy to hurry up and get this knocked out. Luckily, it's 2 days long, so you could time out your energy in order to get it. But if you got multiple events running, or you think you might be low on fragments, then this is a good spot to spend your energy potions, maybe a few gems. Remember, only pay for the 40 gem refills. Do not buy energy potions, if you don't have to, with your hard-earned money. Another one is going to be the champion training. This one here, another good spot to spend some resources, but you gotta be careful when you do. Here, your top book is your legendary book, then you got your mythical chaos ore. You also got some of your shards for the primals and 2 different fragments. If you were doing this, if you're doing the fusion, I would recommend only going for the fragments unless you have enough to be able to push. And those were spots where energy and gems came in hand. There might be some benefit to using them. Now this is the artifact enhancement. That's also going on at the same time, 36 minutes left to be exact. So by the time you see this, it'll already be over. I would recommend only spending enough silver to get the fragment. These are expensive events. You need 10 to 20 million, depending on how you do it, to get it done. I would recommend going to level 4 or level 12, depending on the amount of silver you have. The return of investment is horrible unless you're going up to 4 or 12. Stay away from 8. This is a spot where players will waste millions of silver without even realizing they're blowing it. it'll be gone like that. Honestly, the key is simple. Never spend resources when only one event is paying you back something in return. Wait until events overlap and then spend. That's how you squeeze the most value out of every run. Alright, so you ready for it? This is the secret sauce no one tells you about. You don't need to beat raid events by playing harder. You beat them by stacking. Here's what that means. Let's start here. When you're farming campaign during champion training, you're not just leveling your food. You may also be earning dungeon diver style points in an event that allows campaign drops. By that I mean right here, 12.3, where you should be farming your food. You also get the shields. You get more silver when you sell them, but this will also count as a point for every piece of gear you get during that dungeon divers. That's just a little bit more progress for you. You farm Dragon, Fire Knight, Ice Golem, or Spider during a dungeon tournament. You can also score points for that same dungeon divers. Another plus to look for is this 2 times. 2 times events are highly beneficial, especially with Fire Knight when it's Savage, Speed in Dragon's Lair. I wouldn't pick just one set of gear from Spider's Den. And Ice Golem, you can't go wrong with getting your Reflex, Cursed, and Provoked. Now let's get into one of the big ones. When you pull shards during Champion Chase or Summon Rush, you want those points to matter for a fusion, a guaranteed champion, or a very major reward, not just some random milestone. Every time you spend a resource, ask yourself, how many rewards is this action gonna be earning me? If the answer is only 1, highly consider waiting. If the answer is 2 or 3, that's when you push. One of the easiest ways to finish more events without spending any of your hard-earned gems is by not wasting free energy. Your daily refill, advanced quest refill, your login energy, playtime rewards, clan shop energy, tag team energy, promo code energy, and event rewards energy all matter. The problem is, most players collect energy randomly and then just burn it randomly. Instead, try this. When a big event is coming, let some energy sit in your inbox if it has a timer. Don't instantly claim event energy unless you're using it right away. Like the energy you get from CVCs and all the other events. If you see here, I am hoarding energy. I hold it for fusions. That's all I use it for. Save your daily refills until you know what event you're pushing. And before reset, check whether a better event is going to be starting soon. Those free refills can be the difference between finishing a milestone naturally or feeling forced to spending gems. Important reminder, don't let your energy expire. You can check the expiration dates on them. I highly recommend this. Keep an eye on it. Check it every day. Saving energy for your future events and fusions is a very good thing. Losing it is not. It could be failure. Okay, so let's go into the next part. Stop farming the wrong stage. If you're trying to maximize events without gems, efficiency matters. Dungeon tournaments. Farm the highest stage you can clear reliably and quickly. Example, we're right now in the middle of our Fire Knight tournament. You don't want to go to the highest stage that you can barely beat. You want to go with the one that's going to be the most efficient. I recommend stage 20. You get the best bang for your buck. I'll turn the super raid off. It costs you 16 energy. And you get 5 to 6 star gear It's also going to be your quickest if you have your team built. Remember, this is like in one of my previous videos, this is where team synergy comes into it. A 5-minute fire night run that fails sometimes is less than 100% success rate is not better than a 1-minute run that wins every time. You can see here, stage 23, it might take me 4 minutes and 16 seconds. I go to stage 20, takes me a minute or less. This is more efficient. I'm getting more gear, which means more points for the amount of energy I am putting into it. Failed runs are wasted energy. Slow runs are wasted time. Failed and bad farming decisions will force you to spend more resources than you need. For most early and mid-game players, consistency beats ego every time. Don't try to be the hero. Just try to be successful. Farm the stage where you get solid drops, good points, and is close to 100% success rate on every run. That's how you build progress without burning gems just to recover from the bad runs. And hopefully that all made sense, because now we're jumping on to champion training. Champion training is one of the best events in Raid, but it's also where players happen to waste a lot more of their resources than they should. The best way to score points is to level champions before feeding them. Don't just rank up your level 1 food champions if you can avoid it. Put a few levels into your food first. Like right here, I have these level 2s. I'm going to need to feed them to these guys. Easiest way to do that is I'm going to go over to Tavern. I don't recommend using brews, but I'll put a brew in just so I can get a couple extra points. And then I'll feed it off to my level 2s. By putting a few levels into your food first before you feed them, that gives you extra points, which equals better efficiency. But when doing this, use your brews frugally. Be smart about it. Don't dump all your brews randomly. Use them when champion training is active, and only when champion training is active, especially during fusions, or when there's a good reward track. Also, don't build random champions just because you're bored. Champion training should help your account. Every champion you build should be progressing you in some way. Level food, rank up the useful champions, and prepare for future 6-star champions. Do not burn chickens, brews, and or energy just to hit a reward that frankly doesn't matter. When I say doesn't matter on that reward, I'm talking like 3-star chickens, a rare book, something like that. It's not worth your time. It's not worth your resources. Now let's move on to Artifact Enhancement. Artifact Enhancement can destroy your silver if you approach it wrong. The trick is preparation. What I do is before every event starts, I make sure I don't sell any of my gear. Any of it. Even the silver pieces you get from campaign. I recommend is keeping that gear, rolling it up to 4, because you're going to have hundreds of pieces, so that's free points. And it's cheaper to roll them up to 4. And then those bad pieces you can sell for more silver. And then the parts you actually want to keep, go ahead and roll them up to 12. Just see where the substats land. If they don't land where you need them or want them, you sell them and get some silver back. You want to sell your bad pieces, but you only want to keep pieces that are worth rolling. Prepare gear that you actually want to upgrade. When the event goes live, I recommend taking all your gear to at least +4. Then check the substats, make sure it's what you want, make sure it's something that's going to help your account. If it's not going to help your account, bin it. If it's going to help, Now let's focus on that gear and let's start rolling it up. Good strategy when not in gear enhancement is to only roll promising pieces to 8 or 12 during normal gameplay. Personally, I don't roll up gear unless I absolutely have to, unless it's an artifact enhancement event. The key is to finish your upgrades during artifact enhancement. That way you're not desperately throwing away silver into bad gear just because an event popped up. Also, don't feel like you need to finish every artifact enhancement event either. Sometimes the best move is grabbing the easy rewards and stopping. Saving silver, trust me, is progression. And what I mean by stopping after a certain area, yeah, I could probably get the Chaos Dust real easy, maybe the Epic Chaos Sword. Honestly, all I need is this Bell Monk fragment, and then I quit. Dungeon divers may look simple, but it can also be one of the biggest energy traps in the game. Now you may ask yourself why. Because it usually takes a lot of runs. If you're doing dungeon divers by itself, it can make you feel awful. The best way to handle this is never treat it like a solo event. Pair it with dungeon tournaments. Pair it with champion training. When campaign farming counts, pair it with fusion events when you need multiple milestones. Alright, if Dungeon Diver is active, but nothing else useful is overlapping, just be careful, please. You might be spending thousands of energies for rewards that frankly aren't even worth your time. In my honest opinion, the best gem-free strategy is to let Dungeon Divers complete naturally while you're farming something else you already needed. Speed gear. You're gonna need speed gear. Savage gear. You're gonna need savage gear. Alright, now on to the next part. Knowing when to stop. This is where a lot of players lose their gems. They get close to the next reward and think, well, I'm almost there. That's exactly when raid is gonna get you. Before you push, check the rewards. Is it actually worth the energy? Is it worth using my saved refills? Now, is it worth dipping into gems? For this strategy, the answer should easily be a no. If the next reward is weak, stop. If the event doesn't support your account goals, stop. If you're only pushing because you already started, stop. That's called the sunk cost trap. Smart players don't finish everything. Smart players finish only what matters. They only go as far as they absolutely need to go for their rewards, and then they quit. Another big piece of advice is right here. This is the Blacklist site. You should absolutely not be buying almost everything in this little area. Full energy refills, this is worth spending gems on, if you absolutely need to. Everything else, not worth it. Your ancient shards, no thank you. Demon Lord keys, you get 4 of them a day, you should be okay. Live arena refills, classic arena refills, tag arena, only use them when an event calls for it. XP boost, if you're going to be using gems on XP boost, never the 1 day. It's not efficient. If you're absolutely going to have to, always spend the 280 and get your 3 day. Now on to the gem-free event checklist. Before you push any event, use this checklist. Number 1, is the rewards worth it? Number 2, does this event overlap with another event or tournament? 3, am I using free energy first? Number 4, am I farming a stage I can clear consistently? Number 5, will this progress my account even without the event rewards? Again, you gotta think, is it gonna benefit your account in the long run? If the answer is yes to most of those, push. If not, skip it or only grab the easy milestones and get out. That's how you stop reacting to events and start controlling your resources. Remember, if you want to crush raid events without spending gems, remember this. Don't chase every event. Not every single one's worth it. Don't spend resources randomly. Stack your events. Use free energy wisely. And know when to stop. Stop when the rewards are not going to be worth progressing. That's how you will get more value, save your gems, and keep your account moving forward without feeling drained every time a new event drops. If this helped you, hit the like button, subscribe for more raid progression guides, and let me know in the comments. I'd love to know what event drains your resources the most. And until later, I'll catch you in the next one. Happy raiding.